Hello and welcome to the channel. I pray all is well. I apologize in advance for the ring lighting that you may see in my glasses. So today's video is going to be a little longer than most, so please grab something to drink, take a seat, and relax while I share. So in our last conversation, we actually talked about an overlooked gap in family protection. We talked about what can happen when a loved one experiences a medical emergency, or worse yet, actually passes away while traveling away from home. And that discussion right there really comes down to a much bigger question. If something unexpected happened to you, who would make important decisions on your behalf? I am Veronica, a licensed life insurance broker and a protection advocate, and I really enjoy encouraging families to have these type of conversations while they still have options. In other words, before life happens. And I get it. I promise you I do. I understand that these are not always easy topics to think about. They're not easy conversations to have, but it is one of the most loving conversations that we can have while we have options. Today we're going to talk about why choosing someone that you trust to make medical, financial, and personal decisions is really important. I gotta slow down. And why waiting until a crisis happens can make an already difficult situation even harder for the people that we love. Now, here's the truth of the matter, and you may be able to relate. Many families assume that they will figure things out when the time comes. But during a medical emergency, there may be important decisions that need to be made and that need to be made quickly. And who would speak for you if you couldn't speak for yourself? That's something to think about, right? And perhaps just as important, would that person know your desires? Would they know your wishes? Would they really understand what matters most to you? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, these conversations are worth having before they are actually needed. And one of the most heartbreaking questions that a family can ask is this: how are we going to pay for this? And unfortunately, the truth of the matter is, many families don't ask that question until someone that they love has already passed away. Today's conversation is one many people avoid, but it affects families every single day. And as a social worker, I've seen families, I've sat with families during some of the most difficult moments of their lives. I've seen grief, I've seen heartbreak, and I've even also seen something many people never expect, and that is financial panic. And not because the family didn't love one another, and not even that they weren't trying. It was because there was no plan in place. Many people assume that when someone passes away, everything will somehow just work itself out. And unfortunately, that is not always the case. Families are often left trying to make important decisions while dealing with overwhelming emotions. And then additional questions begin. Other questions start to surface, like, who will pay for this funeral? How will final expenses be handled? Are there outstanding bills, electric bill, gas bill, telephone bill, tax bills? Was there life insurance? And where are the important documents, right? These are some of the things that we've got to think about. These are difficult questions to answer during an already difficult time. Now, life insurance really isn't about the person who passes away. I get it and I understand. But it is about the people who remain. It's about helping protect loved ones from additional financial stress during one of the hardest seasons of their life. It's about creating options. It's about providing breathing room, right? And most importantly, it's about love expressed through preparation. How about that? So let me share. My own family actually experienced challenges after the passing of my father. And that experience taught me something that I will never forget. You want to hear it? We cannot always control what happens in life, but here's the thing. We can prepare for it. Preparation does not remove grief. It simply removes unnecessary burdens. And the good news is this. If you don't currently have a plan in place, you still have options. Awareness is the first step. One conversation today can help prevent financial stress for tomorrow. If this video encouraged you or gave you something to think about, I'd appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're interested as well. Here at Grow Your Masterpiece, we're having these conversations worth having before life happens. Because preparation is not about fear. It's about creating peace and reducing burdens for the people that we love. I've also included a free family protection conversation checklist that's down. The link is down in the description box below. It's a simple resource designed to help you begin these important conversations with the people who matter most. And remember, the best time is to have these conversations while everyone still has options. Until next time, protect your peace, protect your family, and stay well. Bye now.